Well, first of all, let's be clear. It is not the position of the organization that he heads, the Islamic Defenders Front, to have an Islamic revolution in Indonesia. It has not been their position to create a state based on Sharia, right? So this distinguishes them from groups like the Jamaah Islamiyah. However, they do have widespread appeal amongst large sections of the population because they are a symbol of resistance, status quo that people feel maintains systematic marginalization of sections of the population. And this is why he is controversial. He has the capacity to draw crowds, and therefore he will be important for political elites. And I think political elites are already positioning themselves now, including in relation to how they might use Habib Rizieq come the next cycle of elections, especially the presidential elections in 4 years' time.
So can you tell us how much or little support does he enjoy from those in power? What are their views on him?
Well, I think their views on him are pretty much transactional, to be honest with you. I mean, he does have fanatical supporters, he has a base, right? But at the elite level, really, you can't find a lot of political parties that would have a position where Indonesian democracy should be eradicated in favor of an Islamic state or anything like that, first of all, right? So most of the elites in Indonesia are within a spectrum of being nationalist or being nationalist with references to some Islamic kinds of notions of social justice. Now, you might think that it is the Islamic parties that will be able to align themselves with Habib Rizieq, but if history is any indication, he's actually quite willing to strike an alliance with just about anybody who would actually provide potentially some avenue, some possibilities for him to actually, and his followers, to get slowly into the mainstream of, the arena of political contestation. In the past, they've been really on the fringes, but slowly now, with some of this elite support, they've come more into the central arenas of contestation, and in return, they've been able to provide a base of support for some of these political elites in times when they've needed this kind of grassroots support, which they cannot galvanize themselves because most of these parties really are bereft of ideologies or programs.
Meanwhile, can the military indeed get rid of the group led by Habib Rizieq? What power does it have to follow through with its threats?
Right now, it's certainly more rhetoric than reality. The statement itself by the head of the military in Jakarta is controversial because it infringes on one of the primary objectives of the Indonesian Reformasi movement of 1998, which resulted in the fall of Suharto, and that is that the military should stick to the domain of defense by stating that they would want to ban a mass organization. They are effectively moving into a civil arena that should be the domain of the police forces. So I reckon that this is more a reflection of the way sections of the military itself, are positioning themselves in relation to intra-oligarchic conflict in Indonesia.
The Jakarta governor visited Habib Rizieq just hours after he arrived in the country, breaking quarantine rules.
Yes.
What matters needed to be discussed so urgently?
Probably whether, I'm only half joking here, probably whether Habib Rizieq would support the governor of Jakarta if he made a bid for the presidency in 2024. And a lot of people think that he will do that. And in fact, his victory in the Jakarta elections, gubernatorial elections in 2017, is widely regarded as at least partly having to do with his ability to garner the sympathy of Habib Rizieq and the FBI, who went on mass rallies to support him and to attack the incumbent governor of Jakarta at that time.
So clearly very important matters. Professor Vedi Hadiz, thanks so much for your time tonight.
No problem.